Hello and welcome to another episode of Malt Magic and More, where I think Kirek has actually surpassed Ander as my favourite character. We've got a lot to talk about. It's the After the Show show. Holy shit.
Wow.
What a
Samal.
fucking episode.
Wow.
I think, right, my biggest curveball of the night was making Matt come up with a voice for a mute woman. Kirek literally went full Rambo and took out a whole island.
Yeah, but literally, the week before we are due to do our year's anniversary took us back to episode 1.
Yeah.
Did you think that on purpose as you were doing it? The callback. Just say
you're on mute.
You're muted.
Hello. I'm back. So it was basically when I read
love the digital age.
when I read the ability of the shield last week, and I was like, oh, that's really neat, because it's quite limiting. Like I can use it once a week, I think it is, that particular ability.
I assume also that you can't take anyone else with you.
No, it doesn't say so. Doesn't say so. I don't think it does. Does it? Have I misread that? What?
Hang on a minute.
As it stands, I don't think it does. But Matt might be changing that as we speak. But yeah, so like when I read it, it was like you can. So the ability is you can step into the veil and go through the gate, through the different gates and levels, and then you can come back either to where you entered or where you know the creatures died. So basically, I spent the entire week, because I'm just a giddy player, being like, I really want to try this out. Just really want to try it. So I spent my week thinking just where I'm going to go, because I was like, I already have Word of Recall, so basically I just need to wait a day to get my 6th level spell slot back, and then just play around and see what happens. And
Yes, amazing.
And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to Greenflower and see how bad things are there. Maybe like I had a couple of things I could have done, but my idea was like literally arrive and just what's it called, Spirit Guardians, and then just walk around. But there was actually like a couple of other things I could have done there with certain spells if I was to be completely like swarmed. But I was a little bit, but then just Dawn is just stupid. And yeah, so I think it was like halfway through last week, I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go and see what happens. Because if things got really, really bad, I would just would have recalled it and be like, yeah, no, not going to do anything else. But yeah, I feel like, I think, Danny, you're the one that said it in the chat. It was like, Kirek just skipped an arc completely. It's just an arc of the story that's just gone.
Yeah. Matt just said that's the whole arc just gone.
Oh,
we were going to
Literally, the whole return to Greenflower and heal Greenflower. I mean, there's still some shit to be done in Greenflower, and there was obviously a perception check.
I was going to say,
so you didn't notice something.
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
What was the thing in the well?
Well, what was the thing in the well? You tell me. Go back to episode 1. Sure. What was in the well? Or, in fact, episode 0.
Yes.
We killed a creature in the well, didn't we?
We killed a creature in the well, and there was something in there, but also you took the onyx skull, so do we have to...
Lost it. It was in my bag of holding. Stop bringing up items I don't have anymore.
Okay, that's awkward. Unless sincerely hope we don't have to put that back.
Oh.
Could be anywhere right now. Or could be destroyed.
So it was either do we have to put that back, or is the, because that was some sort of demon thing, wasn't it? It was a low level demon or something. I can't remember what it was.
2 things in the well. which is pre-stream, so I will probably forgive you for not having all the details there. So there was
the two animals. There was a
demon that you fought.
Yeah.
And killed.
Yeah.
And there was something else which was in there already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they were feeding. Which we said that they were feeding it, and that the demon had come in place, ready to trap us, but had killed this animal, this beast. But I don't remember what it was.
Oh, a demon? Does that solve the mystery of whether fiend, devil, demon from earlier, what we were talking about with the demon prince?
Could be, and
This is
also,
all the way,
well,
yeah, this is all the
I
way
said demon,
east,
but
though. Weird.
more of a fiend, could have been anything.
yeah, it was.
Oh, here he is,
So
backpedaling.
no.
Yeah, and also again, we have to bear in mind that I currently don't have my notes, but I will have them back because new computer, and I know that I've written it down, but probably might have said the wrong description. But I think it was close enough on describing of a fiend.
Yeah, I felt it was good.
Yeah, I couldn't remember whether it was red skin or black skin. I went with black. And
Oh, that's a good point. Does he have red or black skin?
Red.
Oh,
Red skin.
yeah, I did think red as soon as I said it, and I was like, to be honest, I'm not
Devil.
gonna. I'm just gonna go
To be
with
fair-
it. We can say I think, and we can discuss it, and it'll be fine. We can evolve this as we go.
Matt sent us the Hero Forge mini for him earlier today, and I've solved the whole.
Oh, did I? Oh, did I?
I've solved
I
the
sent a
whole case.
lot of Hero Forge miniatures earlier.
He did.
Danny has
So,
a
yeah, for
conspiracy
those-
going on.
Yeah, Danny's got a full-on conspiracy theory going, but I basically thought it was high time to create the minis for the three Brother Kings, just so these guys had an idea of what they looked like. And yeah, we'll probably share them to social media. Why not?
Yeah.
Just so the viewers and everybody knows what they look like.
My conspiracy theory, which is not as bad as the 5G causing corona conspiracy theory, this one is actually based in logic, right? Matt sent me a picture of one of the three Brother Kings. One of them looks like me, and Girth looks like me, obviously. The other two are obviously the
Gareth.
adopted ones. One of them,
it's Girth.
what did I say? Fuck,
said-
sorry. One of them's Fayish, obviously. The other one is got a horned helmet, red skin, and looks like the devil from the tribute video from. What's they called?
Tenacious
Tenacious
D.
D.
Tenacious D. Yeah.
This is just a trick.
Right. So then
To the greatest
a light bulb
in the
went in my
world.
head that he is the puppet master and he is the patron of the Eladrin. And because one of the Brother Kings is not dead, he's just missing, and I think it's him. But then Matt's obviously denying it to the hilt, even though I've nailed it, and he's got to find a new ending now.
I am not saying fucking anything.
Bluffing.
I will
Just
let
bluffing.
you draw whatever conclusions you want.
So
Have we
is,
ever,
is our
though,
theory?
guessed something? Have we ever guessed something and you've gone, fucking hell, I'm going to have to change that now?
Oh yeah, a couple of times on these episodes you've gone, oh this, and I've gone, fuck.
That happened.
What are you going to say, Samal?
To be fair, there's a
I
couple
can't
of times
remember.
you've guessed something and I've also just gone, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds
Anyway,
cool. We'll have
sorry, somehow I totally talked over you there, mate.
I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, is the theory that we have now that the demon prince is coming for? I like what Ander said of being like he wants the prophecy because he wants to sit on the
wants to
throne.
He wants to claim the throne. I think that's a good shit, you know.
I think it's also good. It's kind of like one of those. It could be that he wants to know, or it's the prophecy holds power, like a legal document to him. That means that if he holds it, that kind of thing of if no one can read it, if no one can see it. But yeah, that's really
did
good.
Did he need that sword, like a sword in the stone type situation? He who holds the sword can claim some sort of throne. Do you think?
Either that, or I'm sure it was having it back. So I just think that it's like,
His anyway.
yeah.
So I didn't hit the mic during the episode, but I've just done it twice.
Hey!
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Make you feel better.
Yeah. There you go.
Just punched the stand twice. And it really fucking hurt. Oh well, spatial awareness. So all I have to say for that episode, literally, I know I was doing it off camera, but fucking well done, you lot. Seriously, like, talk about keeping me on my toes as a DM. That was insane. That whole episode, there was just shit coming out of every orifice you can imagine, just trying to make stuff up. So,
yeah, I mean, I also thought, I was like, hang on a minute, how am I going to carry Vraco to Moonbright in a rag? Really? You know, I'm like, what? So
Surely there's a wagon here, right?
Well, no, yeah, wagon, but whatever. I'm like, you know, I want to, you know, Doggon wants to carry him in, you know, and again, the other thing we want, that again, is really important, and why? Because I nearly said, do you want to come and see Vraco, see how he looks? I was like, oh shit, no, he doesn't look like that. I was like, I will now describe how he looks as a Dragonborn, because I want the outsides to be what we all remembered, so that when I take him in, he was the Vraco and the hero of Moonbright.
So
you know,
like a Pharaoh's.
Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, yes, I will show, if he ever wants, you know, Archdeacon, you know, to inter the body, but he will be brought in as the heroic Dragonborn to the city, and that's when I was like, I've got to get something made. So
you should have got some wheels and a handle put on it so you can wheel him like a suitcase.
Either that, or now I am thinking about it. Yes, because we got gentle repose going, but maybe I should have actually said, "Can someone enchant levitate so that I can push him through?" But actually, no. I want to. You know, Dagon wants to carry him in coffin.
How many days was left on that? Because we've had to wait till the end of the week for the coffin.
That's fine. Yeah, I know.
So
but gentle repose just before we put it back in
left.
again.
There are 8 days left, and in game you've just surpassed 3. So there are now 5 days left.
Yeah, and gentle repose is a ritual, and it doesn't have it doesn't have any material components that are used. So
basically, just keep you know, when we know it's going out, you do it again, put him in the coffin.
Yep.
We go down to Moonbright. It'll take a couple of days. Fine, we're all good.
Yep, takes 10 minutes to cast.
The lid every 10 days.
Yeah, and
nail it back shut.
To be honest, when we spoke to the Malt Masters, there wasn't that much of a side quest. They weren't trying to push us towards a side quest too much. They told us about the cult and stuff, but they weren't like, you need to do this that way that they kind of had before. So they kind of.
I think it got to the. Yeah, I think it got to the point where they are just leaving us be a little bit.
Yeah.
That was the whole point, I guess, of that conversation.
Yeah.
Was to
absolutely the whole point of that conversation was really, you guys now have almost proven your worth, proven that they, way back when they were hunting for champions, they found the right ones, and you guys are just heroes of various cities and various places now, to the point where honestly they can't do a lot more.
Can I also just say, we were fucking brilliant at teasing the name we decided for our group in the conversation.
I kind of want to go back and watch it, because I suddenly was thinking, like, who's gonna say it?
Oh yeah, but that was the thing. I was like,
full disclosure to the viewers as well, I found out about that name 3 minutes before we went live.
Yeah. Because what I liked is, yes, I said the word warden, and Dagon then brought it back to when he used to be a warden.
Because I also said it about 10 or 15 minutes before that, just to, like, you know, sneak it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping that you would do what you did somehow, which is then start talking about the veil and how it's bigger than Nylin, and then boom, there it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that worked really well. So
it almost felt like we'd scripted it to perfection.
Oh no, we're gonna get accused now of scripting it. Oh no.
Oh shit. Yeah, I better write our apology in our script for next week.
That was, to be fair, totally. I literally provided the slightest option. If you're going to reveal it, now's the chance. ran with it, all of you.
And we
Do I
kind
look like a
of because
man with a
we got to that conclusion during the week, but it was pretty much like
It was in
It was
like,
like the
25 minutes, and it was like the third
yeah, it was
or
like
fourth.
the second name was
Yeah.
suggested or
Well,
something. I
so-
think it was you, Danny, that suggested
We
it. It's
started
like,
off
yeah.
with Guardians of the Veil.
Yes.
She keeps
Yeah.
telling us to guard the Veil, but then Dave come up with Warden. And I was like,
I
yeah, that sounds
came
cool.
up with Warden because Guard the Veil is too much Kirek. If you can,
Yeah.
it's too much. We don't have any connection to that, enough connection. So then I was like, okay, but what we are doing is killing a lot of people, and we are sending them. And also, very recently, we were all in death. Well, not we were all in death. There was a bunch of us in death, and we were making sure that shit doesn't come back out. And that also pertains to undead should not have come back. And we are also, all of us have this prevalence that we do not want undead around. We want to get rid of that more than anything else. So again, it's this whole thing about we're not just putting people into death. We are making sure that fucking nothing comes back out. And that is not a guardian. It's not an enforcer. It's not the. So I tried to find another word, and warden was a quite good one because I thought you are keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, it was super great, and we decided that. Go ahead, Danny.
I was just going to say, Ander doesn't necessarily have the same hatred for the undead like you two do, but he is haunted enough by the past for things that have gone. I want them to stay gone.
Yeah,
I don't want them to come back.
Yeah, and again, it hopefully pertains down to a warden can do nothing for a long time because he doesn't have to, right? And again, it's that whole thing of not having to just continue on forever and ever and ever. This is intentional. That it is a name that is not once the job's done, but that you will just sit and wait if you have to. I just thought it fitted really well.
I just hope people don't think of it as like the warden who looks after people in old people's villages, and all around Nyland they've just got little strings with red triangles on, and they pull it when there's an emergency, like the fellow in the bathroom.
See, I read it more as prison warden, which I think is where you were going with it.
Yeah.
And that's where I got with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are in
Go around the prisons
death.
in Ireland.
Yeah.
So without detracting from our amazing episode too much, I suppose we need to have 5 minutes of amnesty around the fact that while we were on stream, a new book got announced by D&D Beyond. Kind of been leaked earlier in the week. So probably the book that I personally have been waiting for ages, even though it's not a source book, but it's an adventure. A full Feywild adventure is now going to be released, which is going to be awesome. So, yeah.
I'm sure you'll
Maybe I
find
should have saved the
ways
fucking
to.
Feywild for later on this year.
Well, we know we've got to go back, and I'm sure we've got to know more about the anti-magic dome in there. So I am sure that we are going to make a return once we know more telling info. Also, is there meant to be a prophecy in the Feywild?
It's
already been 5
stuff
months
that they've
so.
been. Yeah. There's the UA stuff that's been kicking around for ages.
That's
So
a very
like the different Fey races.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually. If it's been 5 months, but only 5 days for us, when's my year anniversary for me top up?
For you, if you remember, she said it's as per for you.
Yeah.
A year for me.
Yeah.
It's a year for you. Yeah.
But there's a year for you. Time dilation. There's a year for you.
My perception of a year.
I tell you what, we'll need to go down back into the village, find Doc Brown, and ask him.
We have to go back.
To be fair, though, I mean, Captain America didn't abide by the rules of time travel, so I think I can just do what the fuck I want.
God, yeah,
Were there any rules about time travel in Endgame? Really? No.
Yeah, of course
They literally just went, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, and also everyone went, sure.
That's cool. Yeah, why not?
I was about to say, yeah, there's many other ones that I have more of an issue with.
It kind of worked.
I think
You did.
I think we need to talk about the fact that we gave away the orb with Dave's character inside. I'm not sure I feel about that.
So I had a real moral dilemma there. I was like, do we just run with this? The fact that there was a tiny gnome trapped inside an orb.
You bloody bastards! Oh no!
That's actually where the whole like session happened, was inside that orb. That's
Whoa, that's blown my
There we
mind.
go. Christmas one shot, part 2.
Like in the Grinch, it all happens inside a snowflake.
exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant. if all of
The
our
next Christmas
one-shots-
one shot, he starts with Mephisto's shop, and we zoom in. On a dusty shelf is a little orb, and we go inside.
No, I think the next
Mephisto
one-shot
knocks
should
it off, and all hell breaks loose.
A little
I think
halfling
genuinely-
rolls out, and then
Fireball
this Goliath rolls out after him.
We should zoom in
I
on the fireball necklace, and when we go into it, it's actually the depths of hell, and we're all having an adventure in there. And then
You're really
so
sad
then
you
it's like
lost that,
somebody
aren't
throwing
you?
it. I am. I'm gutted.
Yeah, you had one left. You'd used all of them but one, and you gutted
I was
about
going to say, I
it.
don't think you had many left.
No, I think I had 2 left,
Oh, right.
but I'll use the wish
principle.
for a greater purpose. The wish was a cool wish,
They're great, they're good.
but actually,
Chatted.
that. No, I think we did the right thing giving back that orb, because if we are going to go north, we're not going to need a blizzard bomb, are we?
Yeah.
So I'm going to drop this here now. Now that the wishes are done, you literally could have wished for Nylin to be restored, or for
could have,
anything to happen. You could have literally ended the whole campaign.
Yeah, I'm not like Samal though. I'm not trying to just ruin your story.
I was thinking about this
Fuck your
week.
story
I was just
arcs.
like, Danny really could have done so much more with this wish, but in the moment he did exactly what was needed.
Yeah.
But just think of all the other shit he could have done.
That's the thing, right? Not to talk about the wishes for the next 20 minutes because they're actually gone now, but
4 weeks later.
Ander as a character didn't really know what to do with this power, and then as Ander was, he used them on impulse, which is what he does anyway. But part of him was also like, he's used a powerful spell before and it fucking gave him Mage Blight. He was scared of doing something too powerful with it in case it really fucked him up. And to be fair, it did fuck me up a little bit doing that spell. So I was worried if I just I want Nylin to be better, I'd either word it wrong or it'd be too powerful for me and I'd die and it wouldn't work. So there was a bit of that. I didn't want to try anything too ambitious because of Anders' past experience with trying to use powerful magic, but also impulse kicked in and he used them as and when his gut told him to, I suppose.
I think it worked really well with as you say, with the knowledge of the characters. Absolutely amazing. How do you know how much we think, you know?
But I think in the last 2 or 3 months, maybe, of like real play, as in human time, not D&D time.
IRL.
The characters, literally all 3 characters, even Bothrid to an extent, have literally just come on leaps and bounds. If you think of character development, all 3 of you just skyrocketed. There's still bits of backstory which I want to dive into, and we will dive into.
Yeah,
I
but
promise
I mean,
you will dive into.
I can
Tell me
personally
which
say that
bits
I
you want
would
to think about and so I
I
can
would
plan them.
not have been ready. I would have just done no service to a backstory at all, none at all.
Well, no, to be fair, most of you, in fact, all 3 of you have got backstories. But I mean, there was bits around just because Danny likes to joke during stream and drops in the fact he's got 4 ex-wives or whatever it is. I was like, well, that's canon now, so tough shit. You're going to have to roll with it. So yeah, I will give you warning when you need to think of that backstory.
Yeah.
But I think
I
for
did
the rest
enjoy
of it,
I did enjoy, Danny, your choice of words, which was what was it? What did you say? Like, I can tell you about it once I need time to flesh it out or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that sounded like a bard as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
perfect. I need to spin the yarn, so to speak.
In the
Look,
literal
we have
terms. Yeah.
actually the biggest character development, I suppose. We've done Anders' backstory mini arc within the story, haven't we? Really, and he's ended up killing him. Well, a big part of it, anyway.
Yeah, but there's then the whole thing about your family now. You know that you have memories
Yeah.
of, which
But
you know.
Yeah, so
I
there's-
suppose
I mean, there's other bits.
I've come face to face with my past and killed a big part of it. Dargon really hasn't addressed his PTSD very much.
Yeah.
Just you wait.
I don't even know if Kirek's got
Just you wait.
any mates other than us or family or anything. I don't think.
Not really. Kirek's in like an interesting place, I think, where like he didn't really know Vraco, but the fact that he saw a cleric turn undead kind of really hit him, and because it's kind of a thing of like that's the one type of person that shouldn't happen to.
Yeah.
And it did. And so that's kind of like the whole thing with like the tattoo, so is that he doesn't forget it, and he wants to go back to the Isle of the Dead and fuck some vampires up. That's basically what he wants to do.
That's a really interesting one, because it means that your character arc comes from a backstory that's just happened.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know, and that's really cool because, yeah, from my understanding, you know, Kirek was dropped in it from nowhere with very little family. As you know, a learned bookworm half-orc is not going to have many family or friends. So,
I mean, he's definitely part of a backstory there.
I'm sure there is,
yeah.
and that in itself is one. And but as you say, the fact that you just went rogue, AWOL, yeah, very interesting, and I think it did need Bothrid to come in and go, don't do that again, because Dargon did miss that, because he was just like, fucking hell, nicely done. You know.
To be fair though, Ander was a bit pissed off at you for being hypocritical, but then at the same time, I think he quickly forgave you because he thought, thank fuck that, I don't have to go now.
But yeah, I am interested in the fact that it could well be, obviously, there's something else we need to do there. It's going to be very cool.
A bit of like a underseed of respect for fucking hell, Kirek's actually a badass, I'm glad he's on my team, type of thing.
I should also say that like as that whole scene was happening, which was like I was really aware at one point, I was like, oh, this is taking quite a long time. I was like, honestly,
I was sitting there with peanuts and a drink, and that's why I need to go run for a pee, because I was just drinking, just going, this is amazing.
Yeah, but I kept like seeing.
It was one of those moments where
I was a viewer,
like,
not a player, and I just
I think we all were, to be honest.
Of you just walking around and just like this laser beam of destruction just going.
Actually,
when it hits the...
yeah, but forgive me for going back to Marvel and Avengers again. But Thor jumping, lightning, just smashing down and just explosions. That's what happened to Greenflower just now. Apart from it was all very dark and dawny. Yeah.
I'm still pissed off I rolled 7 natural ones within 10 rolls.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Like, that dice literally got binned straight afterwards. I'm not using that dice ever again.
Statistically, that's really fucking hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah. That was really bad. I was like, no, this shouldn't be happening.
You can see that
To be fair, the same with the going through the precincts of death. I was like, okay, you've done the first 6, you know what's coming. You can kind of be prepared for it, so I'll let you off there. 7 and 8. We're going to roll some percentile dice. Roll 2 percentile dice. I was just like, well, fuck, that's totally screwed all that up. So Kirek's literally just gone for a walk in the fucking park.
What would have happened? What was your plan if the percentile dice would have gone
So
nowhere?
I have, as part of my plans for death, and you may have got an inkling of this when we were playing through it, or when you've been watching it. Sorry, Danny, because obviously you weren't there. On his fucking holidays. It's like it. So when I planned out death, basically each precinct has a certain CR range, and the further and further you get into death, the higher that CR range goes. So if you think the 9th is the final district, and the 8th is the penultimate district, there's a lot of shit that could have happened right there.
CR8
percentile dice, and all the dead just went, nah, fuck it.
So did you have to go through all the 9 then to be able to come out at Greenflower, or could you come out at Greenflower?
No. So nobody in this party has entered the 9th district yet.
Yeah, I think I went to the
8th district and then stepped out.
And it was but also it was the fact that it was finding someone, so it's finding a body and you can then be...
Well, what I liked there is technically, according to what I've written, Kirek didn't have to do that.
Yes. No, I did
but
really
I
like
love
that as
the
well.
fact that Kirek went and searched for someone and then stepped out where that person died.
Which I actually think is
I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a neat idea. I was like, oh yeah, because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, it's a bit OP on
officially
the
the way
teleport.
that power works.
Yeah, I was about to say actually it's too OP otherwise. Whereas if you go in,
kind of.
I know that you'd have to know.
it's once a week, so it's not very OP. But I like the idea of like
having to fight
because I could have just gone into first district and then be like bye, but I kind of wanted to see. Like, I'm just gonna walk and see what happens because, like, at the time, like, I didn't know that there was gonna be like CR challenges and stuff like that. So,
and
Kirek wouldn't know.
It died.
Yeah, I'm now if
somebody
if
else
I can
you could
bring
potentially try and find in death.
If I can bring people with me, I'm really looking forward to that and just popping in and.
So again, that is my mistake in the fact that you are meant to be able to bring people with you on that one.
Nice.
It is meant to be sort of like a group.
But that is really interesting. It is, it's a teleport with real risk. Like, not just not just bounce into a mountain, just insta death if you get it wrong.
We can be like, we're gonna go here to fight this guy and then spend all our resources just getting out of death.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
I mean, death is meant to be a scary ass place.
Yeah.
Is it possible for you to find either one of the Brother Kings or Geth and then go to where they go?
I thought that, and then I reread the last bit of because that was also one idea. I was like, I'm gonna go to the place where Anders' father died. But then I thought that's probably going to be in the water. But I had water walk prepared. I was like, if stuff happens, it's fine. But I did read at the very end. It says it needs to be dead within the last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that it's not.
So the way death works is most things will pass beyond the 9th district and die. True death, like go to wherever they're meant to be. Other things will claw their way back out and hold on to life. And those are things you don't really want to mess with. But obviously the shaman couldn't truly die because his body is not dead.
Yeah.
It is undead.
So it may
Which is great. I still love the fact you took me back to episode 1 there. I was just like, okay, you want to have a body from Greenflower? Let's go for the one fucker that died in front of you that is still undead.
Yeah. That was really good. And I do actually love the fact that has opened up some real development for Kirek, and actually to see that insecurity that has come about because of that. I hadn't really twigged that from the tattoo before. That was just like an homage, whereas actually it now makes much more sense. That it is much deeper. That is, and I totally get that now. That's really interesting. How, Dogon lost a friend, but you sort of have seen a ghost almost in the mirror.
Or maybe what he thought was once unfallible will actually become fallible, and that freaked him out.
Yeah, and that's really, really clutch for a cleric. Anyway, I'm super interested with that then. So,
and now we're going to have to watch him like a hawk because he will fuck off to the Isle of the Dead by himself.
You see his body just encased in ice, you've got a problem.
Just twat him out of it with a flick.
that was another thought because we joked about it last week. We'll just pop to the Isle of the Dead, cast Dawn, and then make it
walk out.
I was like, can I do that?
You could do that.
I mean, zombies themselves are what, CR quarter?
Yeah, something like that.
They are nothing to a level 12.
So one of the things I had prepared was a spell I haven't used yet, ever, because it never really came about. But it's a spell called Incite Greed.
Oh, yes.
Which kind of every creature in range needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed, because it's like a gem on the hands, and everyone just gets charmed into going towards the gem. So my idea was call all the zombies through and then just use turn undead, which is destroy undead at this point, and then just destroy everything. But I'm quite pleased with how it went on. And that
that fight was well done. that was so well done. It was
65 points of damage.
65, yeah, 63, I think it was. Inflict wounds.
That was
But-
nuts.
yeah.
Like that would have been insta death for 4 zombies, let alone 1.
But no, I have to say
silly.
the Spirit Guardians, the guiding, what was it, guiding bolt? Or- yeah, no,
Guiding
not
Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, guiding bolt. The guiding bolt, the
So
dawn,
Spirit Guardians, Guardian Bolt, Dawn.
Spirit Guardians again,
and
and,
Inflict wounds.
wounds.
then inflict wounds. All
There was 5
just,
spells I used.
yeah, it was just
And your turn undead didn't work, didn't it? They saved on that one.
It worked
So you
for
would have had that
3.
Only one
worked
save.
for 3. Yeah, but
Oh, it worked for literally every zombie in that group apart from one who just pissed through
it
and that's
really
fine.
did show. Put a grave cleric in the middle of undead, and they are pretty fucking unstoppable. They are, one of those just outside in the rain enjoying themselves, sort of. I'm where I'm meant to be, But
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
a
mean,
full-on
clerics-
Singing in the Rain montage, just
Yeah, I mean,
around.
clerics and undead. That's their jam. Like same with paladins. Like
yeah. I mean, if
Some death metal for next time he goes on his little voyage. So we can play it in the background.
oi,
Oh,
Pebble,
hey up.
Pebble, you little monkey.
what's the
Here's
tabaxi
Nylon.
that pressed it?
Can't believe I literally didn't press that. That was my cat pressed it. I can't believe it.
That's cool.
love it.
I'm going to didn't press anything else. Good lord.
Yeah.
Ah well.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so we need some like Cannibal Corpse or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about some of this, some of this music. It's like every time he goes, he's like, whoa, he's like just killing zombies.
Yeah. Just you've got to get it ready on the stream deck for every time we go to bed because we know he's just going to go off somewhere.
Yeah.
Just
Twinkle
disappears
music
to the
plays for
latest
10 seconds, and then
graveyard.
it just goes into heavy metal.
Well, we know he's going to get their own spin-off series, don't we? It's just like Kirek, like Ash versus Evil Dead on Netflix.
Well, no,
like Kirek versus
no,
Evil Dead.
yeah, I was about to say. I think we've also got it. He's got the black. He's got all the black attire. He's got everything. He's Batman. So.
No,
Yeah.
he's more like
Yeah.
You've just made Samao
Spawn.
like the happiest person, let alone Kirek.
Touches the
Oh,
shield.
amazing stuff.
Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's see what happens next week then.
Yeah. Well. Let's wrap it up then, guys. Oh, does that not work? No, it doesn't. So let's press it in this way. New computer, who dis? Guys, thank you very much for tuning in for another episode of Malt Magic and More. Just a heads up, our 1 year anniversary is next week. Please tune in. 7:30 on Monday on Twitch. Come and join us. We've got giveaways. And yeah, I'm sure that our amazing DM has got something absolutely amazing in store for us. I hope that you're going to enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and also our episode on Monday. Tune in next week. We'll see you then. Good night.